Okay, I'm going to quickly show you what I've experienced so far. I have an iPad here, and I have the Android here. And it's kind of a hard situation to figure out because I have to use both. I mean, obviously, I want to use the Mac, but the Macintosh version is not responding or doesn't have the functionality that the Android does. There's no question about it. The Android is a little bit more stable, whereas the Mac lags a bit. I'm just gonna fire up the app so you can see what we get. Now this one actually asks to connect, so let me connect this one. This one already automatically connects, but I've noticed that the Apple iPad has been slow. It's lagging. It almost and it's been dropping as well. So they gotta, obviously this is still in beta form, and yeah, they got to tweak this bad boy out before it's actually solid and rock steady. Um, and the Android is a little bit more stable, and that's probably because obviously they probably did more work on this one than they did for the Mac iPad. But I'm sure they'll get their stuff up together and up to par. I've actually set up the mixers for both, so you can see the difference between the two. The Mac or the iPad is a lot nicer. It's got those retina display imagery, whereas the Android is kind of booty. It's no question about it, it's booty. But I got a small one. Maybe if I have a higher quality Android, like I said, this one is a $50 Android, and that's all I really care about. To get started, obviously, you can take the faders and change them, and you can see they're both tied to the same thing. So when I change it here, it changes on the other one as well. So they're both tied. Now, interesting thing, let's go to the channel strip. And you've probably seen the channel strip. And you've seen how it works. It's really funny now. This thing is like all of a sudden just responding perfectly. But obviously you can set your gain here. The USB trim I have yet to find out. I'm hoping that's actually to connect up to the multi-track and record multi-track wise and set your gain for the USB signal. I hope that is. Behringer has not provided a manual, and obviously because they're still working on these apps that we're just going to have to figure it out as we go along. And let me go here. Now, if I select this, we have the different channel menus here. On this one, it kind of give you a full spread, similar to the X32. So I like this a heck of a lot better. And, you can actually quickly see everything and see what's going on. Whereas this one, you have to go through the different ones. This one has, the fader. It has the gain. It has the gate. It has your EQ settings. And like I said, let me just show you the differences between the two. But you can see the EQ and everything here. You don't have that here. And I'm sure they're going to fix that and actually upgrade. I mean, it doesn't make sense to have two apps that work differently on two different platforms. It just doesn't make sense. Make your stuff, consistent. It just makes a hell of a lot of sense to actually be consistent between both apps. It shouldn't be different. Okay, the graphical interface may not be the same, but come on, give us equal level playing field here. I wish that was the case. So you got your gain here. Now you can actually click on and go to the gain page. And I haven't really checked the Android out much to find out how can I go through the different pages. The cool thing here is you can change channels by hitting the arrow here. Obviously here you can't change channels, but you can click on the channels, the actual faders themselves, to get to those strips. But you can see how the delay is. You see how it actually kind of lags sometimes. Like I just tapped that and it's taking time to actually go and change. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it isn't. And it's about maybe 10 feet away, the router XR18. So yeah, that kind of bothers me that that there's still a delay. But like I said, this is beta, and that's what it is. It's going to be that way. You can't do anything about it. So let me go back here. So the channels, you can actually flip through the channel strips, swiping on the iPad, sorry. or switch through the channels here, but it doesn't give you an option to kind of swipe through the different settings. All right, so what else is going to happen here? Let me go back. That's another thing, it's like kind of like you have to hit back. And this one you can kind of just jump right out by hitting the back button over here. But let me see, what else is there? Okay, so you got the input, obviously. You know that. You can see the threshold. Then you got the sends, and for me to get to the sends are way over here on the opposite side. So you can see you got the 6 buses, the 6 auxiliaries, and you have the 4 effects to create effect sends, with the effects. Then we go next. Let me back out of here. Go to the gate. Now we have the gate settings, and you can change it here. Now, interesting thing is you have to hit this folder to bring up the presets. They got some presets in here: vocal, acoustic guitar, bass, snare. Obviously, I just messed that up, so let me go back and change that back to vocal. And you can use the presets, or I guess you can get into the high quality thing, but actually it doesn't show it here. Here, you can go through the presets here, and I'm going to back out, but you can also hit the advanced button, and the advanced button gives you more graphics. As you can see, the difference between the two. There's no knobs and buttons here. Maybe they just feel that they don't need it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, 2 different settings. Let's jump over to the dynamics. The compressor, dynamics. You can see the difference here. Now this is in advanced mode. You get it in simple mode, and you can actually hit the presets, and they got the presets: kick, snare, bass, acoustic guitar, and vocal. And you can do the same here as well. And I believe you can actually save your own presets here, as well as you can up here. I believe you can hit the disk button, and you can save as well, or save something if you want to save something. And that's going to be new. So you got your dynamics here, but the advanced, you can see you're definitely a lot more controls on the iPad. So there's some pros and there's some cons to both platforms. EQ. Now this is where the iPad, I feel, kind of lags. Yeah, it's okay, but you know what? The EQ for the Android is the very easy to use graphical interface of the Parametric EQ. I mean, and if I can actually get to a mic, let me just get to a mic real quick. You got a real-time analyzer. You can see the frequencies of my microphone as I talk into it, allowing you to see, hey, where's my problem frequency? If you got a high frequency, you got some feedback happening, you can see that. You can go and grab this thing and just notch it right out. I mean, that's what's so cool about this. I mean, you can just notch it right out, take it out. There's no need to tweak knobs. Now, you go over here and try to notch it out, you're working blindly, whereas you got the real-time analyzer giving you the signals, and you got your 4-band parametric EQ that you can just take and grab. Now, one thing I haven't figured out is, I can change the gain up and down on the frequency, but I haven't figured out how to change the Q, the width, how much of those frequencies I want to take out. If I want to fine point, how can I do that? I have not found a way to do that. I don't have time. Got the band coming over real soon. All right, so presets. These, I guess, are presets that you can have for your channel strip. So you can actually save a setting on a channel. I'm hoping that is the case. I am guessing, and I still don't know. Like I said, everyone is working blindly here, and we only are given information on the forum. So if you actually want to know more information, you should join the Behringer forum. Go over to the Behringer website and join the forum, and you can start asking questions. And you can actually see a lot of users, a lot of buyers who have purchased this are already asking tons of questions. Where's this? Where's that? How to do this? How to do that? There's a lot of helpful guys on there, so I advise you to go check that out. Okay, so and then the last part of the chain is the output, and the output is just basically giving you a pan position. I don't even think there is an output. Yeah, there's a main. Yeah, there's a main here, and you can do the panning here by going back and forth, up and down, whatever. So that's the channel strips. The effects. Let's go back out to the mixer itself. Now, the cool thing is, I mean, you can see kind of graphical interface. You can't really see that here, and I don't know if it's because I have a small Android. I don't think that is the case, but maybe somebody can tell me if that is the case. You can see what's turned on here, so that's kind of cool. You don't really see that here. You can't really see, hey, what, you know, like on the Eric channel, which is my drummer, I have a headset mic that's really crappy, and I had to tweak the hell out of it with EQ just to make it sound somewhat decent. So you can see I used the gate, the dynamics, and the EQ settings, but you can't really see that active here. Oh, let me bring up another thing that I actually wish that I had. On both, you don't really know when you are connected. There is nothing that actually gives you the heads up that says, hey, you are connected. You just hope you're damn connected. It's just, you want some sort of indicator that just says, hey, you know, give us an indicator to let us know if we're dropping, if you know, because I'm experiencing lag, and I'm thinking, hey, how come I can't select my channels? And I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, you know, I'm trying to select this channel. You can see how long it took to jump over there. And that's, you know, I'd like to see what's going on. I'd like to see an indication of a connection light that lets me know, hey, is my iPad dropping signal? Something's up. There's definitely the connectivity issue with the iPad staying connected, you know, maintaining a solid connection. I already checked my Wi-Fi, and I don't think any other signals. I already what you can do is, like, if you have something, I got a Roku up here, and usually you can say forget this network, and I've forgotten all the other networks that are on there except for this one. I can actually forget this network too, so let me forget that. Maybe that is interfering with the connectivity. Okay, so let me go back to the X-Air. There's meters. Let me back out of here and go to meters, and you can see what's going on, what's happening visually, graphically. You can see this one here is very similar to the X32, whereas this one here is also very similar to the X32 mixer. Just letting you have a visual representation of what the hell is happening within your routing. At least that's what I did. If I'm wrong, I'm not an expert on this stuff, guys. I'm learning this as I go along. Digital mixers is a completely new damn realm, and routing is a bitch figuring it out, you know? Effects. iPad, you can't change the effects. You can go into them, you can change the levels here, but we cannot access the 60 effects that is there. There's no way to change your effects on the Mac. I can't for the life of me figure out right now how to change the effects. I know they can't be changed on the Macintosh. There's no way, no place you can click. You can change the actual settings of the rack, and it really looks nice. I gotta say, you know, you look like you have a rack here. You can change everything right here. I mean, it's really cool. There's no question about it. This one here, it's the same effect, but look what it looks like. This is the Android. This is what you get on the Android. This is what you get. It's like having a damn Ford Escort to a damn Lexus sitting over here, or Cadillac. I mean, it's like, come on. But the Android works. There's no question about it. Now, there was a way I was able to change. For the life of me, I can't figure it out right now. I will figure it out, and I'll do another video when I get a chance. But right now, I got the band coming over in about 20 minutes, so I got to get the multi-track set up. But there's still a lot more differences. You can see this is kind of cool. You can actually, instead of swiping through the channels, you can actually click here, and you can jump from like 1 to 8, 9 to 16. You can go to the bus effect sends. The buses, the auxes, aux effects. I mean, there's all kinds of sends mains, bus monitors, unmute all over here. On this one, you can kind of jump through and go through the auxiliaries here and the effects here. I guess they're showing you the effects. You can change the effects for every channel on the system. That's basically what it does. I'm being stupid. Also, I just noticed a really cool function here. Let's just go back. Am I back already? No, I'm not, because I'm actually in all this extra stuff. So, I don't know what the find button does for Android. I haven't really looked at the Android. I mean, I've been just trying to set up for the rehearsal. But I saw, how you only get so many channels on this. There is a button right here that actually will condense the channels to fit more on your screen. And it fits all 18 channels right on your screen. I like that. That is very cool. Now you have a whole global view of your mixer levels right there. That is very smooth. I do like that. You can see when you jump to 9, I guess they got the pannings here, the scribble strips here. Now there's more stuff on the setup. If I go to the setup, you can see here you can do channel edit. This is where you can basically start grouping channels together, so they're actually one group and treat it as a DCA. Basically control it with one swipe. Instead of trying to adjust every single individual thing, I can take a channel, drag it on top, and boom, it pops it into a group. Do the same thing, boom. You don't want to get rid of it, you want to break it out, you can break it out by just pulling it apart. Obviously I didn't pull that one apart, so let me pull, there we go. When it comes to the scribble strips here, I mean, actually, I'm sorry, that's just the scribble strips. Let me go back. And then you got the scribble strips. And like I said, we have the scribble strips right here. You can click on one. You can type it, change whatever color you want to change it to. So that's it. That's it for now. I'm out of here. I'm going to get my DAW set up on my laptop, and I'll probably do a video about the multi-tracking process. I had to download a new version of Cubase. So anyway, this is Dragon B signing off. Talk to you later. This rehearsal's going down. I'm going to record it and show you all what it sounds like and all that stuff. Take care.